Hello my lovelies. Today I'd like to carry on with the theme of looking after ourselves and taking the time during this December period, which can be all sorts of emotions. I mean, it is the most wonderful time of the year, and what goes along with joy and love and happiness and high vibe is always that other side, almost a come down, if you will. So just be a bit prepared for that perhaps this season if you feel to. I know that we can sometimes get in a slump when it comes to January because we've overeaten, overdrunk a bit, gone, burnt the candle at both ends and gone full on for the whole of December, keeping up with deadlines perhaps at work or deadlines we've put upon ourselves, and then also keeping up with friends and family, being that festive season. So I'm carrying on with that theme, and today I wanted to talk about a pose, a yoga pose that is fantastic for yogis or non-yogis or dip in and out yogis, but it's a wonderful one, especially if you don't have the time for a full practice. I know that it's only a couple of days into December and I've already found myself rushing around and thinking, I don't have time to do that today. But this one, it just came into my head and I thought, wow, I'd love to share this one with you. And yes, I know that you probably know if you're a yogi, and if you are in regular practice, you probably already know it. But I just wanted to touch in with it. And for those that don't have a regular practice, perhaps this is something that you could try yourself. So the pose is Viparita Karani, so legs up the wall. And the meaning is inverted, so we're going legs up the wall, we're inverted in action. So even though we feel as though we are in resting pose, which we are and we can be, this also can be a very active pose too. So I'm going to hit straight into it, give you a few hints and tips about it. There's lots more on the internet around if you wanted to look further into it. But just as an easy one, especially if you're away, if you're traveling, if you don't really have the space or the time to set up your yoga space, this is a good one because all you need is a wall and just a bit of room around that wall for you. So you can go straight into it. So I've got a nice flat wall here and I am going to spin myself around and I'll move nice and close to the wall. So can you see that I have got my legs bent and I'm nice and close to the wall? And then I'm going to spin up so my bottom is actually in line with the wall. I hope you're still with me here. And then my legs are straight up. Now, it may or may not feel comfortable for you to go straight up. So you could almost put your legs crossed. Go into some other yoga poses up here if you'd like as well. But we're going up. So up if you can. Maybe feet against the wall if you don't feel so comfortable going straight up immediately. And then you could go hands out like we do in Shavasana, in a really restful pose. You could go hands on your tummy, especially if you're going through some emotions, or hands on chest, and really breathe into it. And just learning about how this pose works for you. So it can be a do nothing pose, but also I really feel this inversion up. So we are creating that blood flow in a different direction now. And you could go into a meditation like this. Now, some hints and tips if this doesn't feel so comfortable for you. Now I'm on a lovely fluffy sheepy here. You could be on your yoga mat, you could be on the carpet, you could be on a rug. It doesn't have to be anything too fancy. I just like being on my sheepskin that I use for my meditation. Now also what might happen is you might feel your lumbar not feeling so nice. So you could get a pillow. Now a pillow might stack up too high under there. So if it does, just these are things to try. So if it does, then perhaps fold up a blanket and slide it under your lumbar. You could come back down, reset yourself, and then go up again. So putting a blanket under your lumbar. Also under your head. You might want a nice pillow under your head. And then the pièce de la résistance would be to get a meditation eye pillow over your eyes and really go into that restfulness and that restful pose while still having the action of your legs. Now, I like to come down from this and go into a little happy baby pose. So that is grabbing hold of our feet and our hands around. You can go outside or inside the ankles there. If you see on the outside or the inside of feet, I have a bit of a wiggle around to wake myself up again, to get that lumbar rolling again. So that's the happy baby pose. And then if you roll over, we generally tend to roll over onto our right hand side. But you can roll over to whatever side feels comfortable to you. So you can roll over and then up. So I'm just doing a nice roll and then use my hands to pull myself up, and I'm back. And as always, we say thanks. Thanks to our bodies for allowing us to create that position, and thanks to ourselves for allowing those 5 minutes or 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you never know, whatever time you have. And we end with a namaste. So namaste, I bow to the teacher within me, and I bow to the teacher within you. I'd love to hear your comments or how you're getting on so far, and any little comments or tips you might have too, do leave them below. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you feel to and you want to keep updated with all of these videos. Bye for now. Namaste.